Hello and welcome to the Crafty Elf Workshop. In today's video I thought I would show you how I have been decorating up bottles using napkins. I have two different types of cloth napkins, and I have paper napkins. And the paper napkins I got at Costco. They're the little bit heavier quality and a little bit bigger than just like a small appetizer napkin. So let's begin. What I've tried to accomplish here is make a wine bottle look like an evening dress, a bridal dress, a fancy dress, whatever you want it to be. And I thought it'd be a really good idea to make something for the centerpiece if you're hosting a bridal shower or if you're having a fancy dinner and you just want something fun on the table. So that's the purpose, and I'll show you how I created these and exactly step by step what I'm doing. I'd also like to explain the little embellishments that I'm using. Believe it or not, they are just earrings. They're clip-on earrings, and they are pierced earrings, and they're just fun. It's just fun jewelry. I even have brooches. Any kind of fun jewelry, costume jewelry that you've got. You don't want to use anything good, especially when you're doing something like this. But if these are staying at home, then you can use something that you've got of your own and you're not afraid to embellish one of the dresses. You can buy inexpensive jewelry at the dollar store. You can just have a lot of fun. I'm going to show you different things that I've done. But in these particular cases, I've just used costume jewelry that I've had lying around the house. So here is a cloth napkin done up. That's one bottle. This is the paper napkin. These are the Costco paper napkins. And again, an embellishment. This is a pierced earring. And it's important that the back looks as good as the front. So you can see I've used another, that's a clip-on earring. Used it on the back. You want it to look good. And this is a cloth. These are cloth napkins with a little bit of eyelet. And again, I've bedazzled the back with a clip-on earring because you want it to look as good. Presentation is everything. That's sort of my go-to thing. So let's get started. I've just got a regular bottle. This is actually a homemade bottle of wine, and I'll set that aside. So to begin, I'll just use one of these napkins that have the little embellishments along the sides of the napkins, and I have two. Now I've ironed them. Just want it to look really nice. So let's begin with the first one. What you're going to do is making sure the right side is going to be up. This is the right side. I'm just going to fold corner to corner. And then once I've done that, make sure it's all nice and neat. Just use my hand and flatten it out. These are cotton, so when they are washed, they're kind of shrunk a bit, but that's okay. We'll get it flat. So now once you've got your triangle, sorry, we've got a little bit of a crease here. Once you've got your triangle, you're going to fold the top over. Now, however far you fold the top over will actually make this part of the top of the dress, let's say, for instance. Okay, so the less you fold, the smaller it will be when it comes around. It's the collar. So the bigger you fold, the bigger the collar. The smaller you fold, the smaller the collar. So I'm going to fold over maybe, I don't know, a couple inches. And once you fold the top over, you're just going to fold the middle. See how the ends? I'm going to leave the corners up. I only want the middle folded. So at this point, take it and flip it over. So now your fold is on the table. Put your hand on top of your fold. Grab one corner and bring it down to the bottom. You can use your other hand to hold it and bring this corner down to the bottom. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to spin it around, and you can see there's your collar. So I'll bring the bottle over, and I'm just going to lift up the top part, and I'm going to cross it, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm going to bring it over the bottle. Now once I've done that, depending which way you want it to go, you can have it go left over, right over left, or left over right. I'm going to do right over left. So I'm going to make sure that this piece is wrapped around so it's flat to the bottle. And then I'm going to bring this piece around as well. And I'm going to grab the sides, and I'm going to turn the bottle around, and then I'm going to make the back, like I said, look as good as the front. So this is the one corner, this is the other corner. Now this napkin is not as long as this napkin was when I did it. So I could tie this one here in a knot at the back. See how I did a knot? This one I can't. It's not as big, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten this out because I want this to look as nice from the back as it does from the front. I'm going to flatten it out, bring it down, and I'm going to take my two, I'm going to flatten that out a bit more, and I've got the two ends, and I'm going to use a clip on earring. Open the clip up, and it's going to hold it for me while I'm working. So I'm just going to clip it on there tight. You can see, hold the two ends together like that. I'm crisscrossing them. You can see I'm crisscrossing them, and then I'm going to stick the earring down just to hold it for me. There, while I continue working. And then I'm just going to spread this out. Okay, so far so good. Now, this is the front. This is the front of my dress. So, my second napkin, this is the center. I'm going to grab it like this, and I'm just going to pull it up. And I'm just going to squeeze it. Squeeze the top like that. And it's going to make for a frilly front. So I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to bring my bottle back. And I have a bone folder. You can also use the back of a spoon. You can use the back of a spoon, a fork, whatever. And all you want to do is stick it. Now, you can stick it under this one and have this all tiered. I only want it to go, I don't want this one showing. They're only just for personal, like that's just my personal preference, but you can have that showing. I want it to go underneath this one. So gently pulling this forward, I'm going to stick the corner of that up, and I'm just going to stick it up. I'm going to take my bone folder. As I said, you can use a spoon, and I'm just going to start tucking it up underneath. And once I get up there a little bit, I'm going to start to pull the napkin. See how I'm pulling it? And it's creating the dress. So that's nice, just like that. You can leave it like that. I just want to stick it up just a little bit farther just to make sure it's secure and that it's not going to fall. And the thing about this cotton napkin, it's great because I can make it as puffy as I want, and it's sticking exactly out the way I move it. Just the beauty of cotton. Now this corner, I do want to stick it up just a little bit further. There. So look at how simple that is, and you've got the prettiest little dress. Now you can, I'm just going to show you some things depending on the venue that you're using. Let's say it's a bridal shower or a christening, for instance, or communion. What a cute idea. So these roses, you get them at the craft store. There's a bunch of them. They're all wired together. You can stick it in the top. because they're all wired, you can stick it down there. Because they're wired, you can move the wires around. You can really have a lot of fun. You can tie a little bow on it. You can bend it like this and then stick it up under one of the layers of the tops. You can stick it up there, and because again it's wired, you can really have a lot of fun just bending the little roses around. It's so much fun, so easy. You can be so creative. You can, here's a piece of ivy. If you're having, it's an outdoor thing, you can stick, it's just a branch I've taken off. I never throw anything out. So this is just a branch of a piece of ivy, and I've saved it. So you can take this and just shove it in the top and bring it down. There, you can be so creative. We'll take those out of there, so it just gives you another look like that. You can, here's the flowers, like anybody who does crafts, you buy, there's these cans that come, that have all flowers in them. I've just taken 2 out. It's like I did on this one here. You can put 2 together. You can grab a pierced earring and you just stick it through the holes that are already there. Take the backing off the earring and you just stick it through the first flower, stick it through the second flower, put the back on. So there you've got an embellishment there. You can use that, and then you would just stick it on. Like there's holes in this lace here that's on. I mean, maybe you would use a different color flowers. There's all different colors of flowers, but the little hole that's on the lace, I've just stuck it through the hole on the lace. If you want, this is, believe it or not, from a Christmas tree, and it's cream and gold, so it doesn't necessarily mean to have to be for Christmas. It's just one of those long pieces. You can stick it in the top here, and it can just fall along. I can take this off just to give you an idea. It can just fall along the dress. I mean, the sky is the limit here. You can get beading. You can make necklaces. You can tie it around. You can, honestly, I'm just going to do it on this one, but you just can have so much fun. The other option, if you have tassels, you can make it look like it's a head, lots of hair. Honestly, the sky is the limit. You just have to be creative. It really is a lot of fun. Anyways, I hope you learned something, and thank you for stopping by the Crafty Elf Workshop. Happy creating. Have a great day. Bye-bye.